Good evening, everyone, and welcome to NMP Talk Show. Our show today is on a lighter note. As usual, we deal with very complex issues, but today we thought, no, we have to bring somebody as beautiful as you can see on the screen, but we'll introduce her in a moment. so, my co host first, Figile, welcome.
Thank you, thank you. No, I almost thought you forgot about me today. Hey, good
How
evening,
could I?
everybody. And thank you for joining us. We are live today on Riverside. We are live on TikTok. We're live on Telegram. And we are live on Twitter. Am I correct?
Oh, yes, we are, definitely.
Yes. And like you're saying, today we are on the lighter note. Lighter, but very important for us to have this conversation. Please introduce our guest today.
Yes, before we do a formal introduction to our guest, we're talking about exercising. Exercising is an essential aspect in maintaining our healthy lifestyle. And
Mhm.
it's an activity that involves physical exertion, which can help improve one's physical fitness, mental health, overall wellness. And regular exercising has numerous benefits that we want to talk about today. Not just physical fitness, it includes stress relief, improved mood, increased cognitive function. It's a lot of things that's involved in physical wellness. And for us to understand, we had to call somebody who's a pro in this. And this is when we invite on stage Tainika. Tainika Peck. Hi, Tainika. How are you doing?
Welcome.
Hi, I am well. I am well. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. We happy to have you. Tainika Peck is a founder, a head coach, and a fitness trainer at Impact Fitness, and she's going to explain on this idea of exercising. I've tried it, Figile. I don't know if I've told you.
We've been trying it and we've been failing at it. So I am hoping that this evening, Tainika is gonna actually assist us on how to do it constantly. We've been
Yes.
doing it, stopping it, redoing it until we give up. But when I see our post for this evening, I said, okay,
Yeah.
healthy mind, healthy body. I think this
Yes.
healthy mind and body will mean a healthy pocket as well. But let's wait for Tainika to give us the details.
For sure. Tanika, let us in there. Tell us what do we need to do? This is your expertise now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Any particular questions you wanna start with, or just kind of?
So tell us why you went into fitness, first of all. Yeah.
Okay, that is a good question. Um, I don't want to say it was on accident, but it was kind of unexpected. So, I remember at this point, it was almost yeah, it was about 10
Yeah.
years ago. Um, I was looking for something to do as far as like a hobby. At first, me and my mom started going to the gym together, and then it ended up just being me going to the gym. so um, I ended up finding and making friends with these with this group of women who actually worked out together. So they invited me to come and work out with them. So they were kind of like my support and my friend group. So something for me to do like after
Mhm.
work. And funny that all of them competed in different bodybuilding competitions.
Oh,
So if you guys are familiar with bodybuilding, they're flexing on stage, but they weren't like too muscular. Like they were very feminine. So um, they were not that muscular. So what they were doing a more feminine division. So, I went to one of their shows to support them. And there was this one lady on stage, and I loved the way that she looked. So I'm just like, yep, that's
Mhm.
how I want to look. Okay, I want to start competing. So I started training, competed in a couple of different shows. I won my pro card, which is kind of like you're considered a professional in that division, in that organization. And then afterwards, like one of my friends came up to me and said, "Hey, Tanika, I need you to help me get ready for this procedure that she needed to get done." So she needed to lose weight, all that good stuff. And she trusted me to get her to where she needed to be. And I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to, because I need a coach myself. So how am I going to coach you? And I need a coach.
Yeah.
So she's just like, you got it. You should be a trainer. Da 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 da. So like, I honestly, I prayed on it a lot. I prayed on it a lot. And then eventually I went and got my certification. I helped her. She was like my first like official, unofficial client. Worked with her for a couple of months, and we met our goal, as far as where she needed to be for her procedure. So I actually enjoyed the process, like the fact that I was able to help her boosted my confidence. And I'm just like, okay, this is something that, one, I like and enjoy, two, that I actually like I can do, and three, like it's already a part of what I do now. So it was almost a no-brainer. So that's kind of how I got into the
Oh.
fitness, was because I have
Oh,
friends.
So
fantastic.
basically, yeah, basically, what actually motivated you was you had support structure to start with, and I think that's what I lacked. I didn't have enough support
I'm
structure. I
thinking
was
I'm
going
your
by
mother
myself.
in this situation, because you started with your mother and you ended up going there alone. So I go there
She
alone
lasted a
and
little
I
while.
actually decide that this is not working for me, and then I stop.
Yes. So I just think like if I didn't keep going to
Mhm,
the gym, like none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be a trainer, like I wouldn't be
mhm,
any of those things. Like all of this happened because I was
mhm,
consistent and still
mhm,
Yeah.
went and met
mhm,
the
mhm,
women, and then it just kind of snowballed
mhm,
from
I
there.
don't know if you answered this question that I'm about to ask. What does it take to be a trainer? You said you had to be certified,
mhm.
and how long is the
Oh,
certification? How long does it take you to be certified?
that's a good question. So um there are different organizations you can get your certification from. Just like a carton of milk, there's different stores that you can get that carton of milk. So same thing like with the certification. So with me, I got mine through NASM, NASM. So that one, how long did it take me? I think I may have studied. So like you have to study for a test. Now, the one I did, like you have to study and then you have to go to a facility to test. Like you can't bring an open book, like it's all knowledge. But then there are some organizations where you can like bring your book with you or like test at home. So with me, I actually had to go to a testing center, um, go through, I don't even remember how many questions was on there, but it was a lot of
Was it
questions.
multiple choice
And
questions?
they were multiple choice and
Okay,
true and false,
okay,
I hate
okay.
those.
luckily. Um, I know, it's just like, oh my gosh, is it A or B? I think A. No, B.
Is
Uh,
it
uh, uh,
true? No, no, no. Maybe false.
you know what you
Right,
do
exactly,
strategically. You say,
exactly.
question one it's A, question B is B, and you go like the A B C D, and then when they're all done, you start from scratch. A B C D.
And you start over and just hope for the
That's how
best,
you fail your
right?
test. That's how I failed mine.
Yes, exactly, exactly. But
Yeah.
luckily, I did pass on the
So,
first try. So I studied a lot, but then again, I was already in the fitness field, so a lot of things like I kind
Mhm,
of
okay.
knew. Um, So once you're certified, you don't have to retest again. You just have to do like continuing
mhm,
education credits every 2 years. So that's going to like different workshops, different seminars, just making sure you're
mm,
continuing, um, and keep learning in your
okay.
Hmm,
craft.
You
that's
you
amazing.
know, talking about you being in the field and taking the test. Now, say I want to be a certified trainer, and I
Mhm.
haven't started training. I know nothing. Will you advise me to do it? Will it be easier for me to fail it, because when you are already in the industry and taking up the test, it is, you can relate, especially that it was a multiple choice question and a true or false. You need to know exactly, other than the book might be confusing, if you have to write the test. And if you are in the
Right.
industry already, it might make your life easier. Not that it's going to make the exam easier, but your life will be easier for you to understand what's happening in the industry. Taking me knowing
Right.
nothing about training, will you recommend me to write the test, or will you recommend that I go and be in the industry first before I take up the test to become a certified trainer?
Um, I think like if someone has a true, genuine interest in becoming a personal trainer, then along with studying for the test, like you want to do like your own research, start doing your own, like participating in working out and actually trying these things. So yes, you can study all you want, but also like apply the things that you learn as well before you go and take the test. So it's like, if I'm going to school in my math class, I don't have any history in geometry, but I'm still learning and I have to test for it. So same type of concept. I feel like if there's a genuine interest and you won't just study just for the test, like you'll apply it in what you do, you'll do your own research, watch YouTube videos, all those other things to accompany like what
Mhm,
you're learning
mhm,
on the actual test. At least that's what I
mhm.
did too.
Wow. All right.
I know.
Yeah.
So, Tinika, tell me
Yes.
now. Let's get into the meaty part of our discussion. Um, we coined this show to say healthy body, healthy mind. What are the benefits
Hmm.
of regular exercising?
I will give you, let's say, I will give you my top
Okay.
5
Okay.
reasons. So number one is going to be your
Yeah.
health. That's already a
Yeah.
given. Um, and we can go into more details about all that. I don't want to get too technical,
Mm.
but overall health, heart health, just mobility, just longevity with
Mm-hmm.
life. Um, Stress management um, is definitely number 2. So help with your stress
Mm.
levels. I would say to improve your mood, improve your sleep
Mm.
quality, and and to help with your energy.
Okay.
I would say those would be my top 5 reasons. Although there's a number of different
Yeah.
reasons to
Yeah.
work out, but those would be my top
You
5.
see, a lot of people struggle with cardiovascular illnesses. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
I think exercising helps in that. But then, let's say you have somebody who had once had a cardio arrest and they have recovered. How do you start with them, to build them up gently? Because they're coming out from that dark zone, and now they're trying to get their health back. Do you have programs that for starters, it helps them pick up and then they progress to another level of exercise?
Personally, I don't have a program for
Mhm.
that, but the easiest thing I would tell them to do, and honestly, anybody, the most underrated weight loss or health exercise is just walking.
Hmm.
Is just walking. So incorporating small walks throughout the day, throughout the week. So if somebody is trying to build and strengthen their cardiovascular system, is just
Yeah,
walking. That's it. So maybe they can only start off with 5 minutes a day. That's fine. And then as their tolerance increases, then they can go up to 8 minutes and then 10 minutes until, at some point they could get up to 30 minutes a day of just movement and just walking. Um, that is what I would advise first, because that'll start building your cardiovascular system to be able to start with the weight training as well.
I
Fikile.
wanted you. I heard you talking about the time. Starting actually is better than me sitting down. But what will you say is the important one? Is it the time you spend walking or jogging or exercising, or is it the speed, or that you just doing it to stay fit? Which one will you recommend?
I would say it depends on your goals. Overall, it's just about
Okay,
movement. So it doesn't matter how quickly you're going, how slow you're moving. The goal is to
keep
just
moving.
move,
Yes, yes.
you know, in
Hmm.
a sense. So for someone who's trying to be more athletic and maybe they're training for some type of sport or just want to increase their speed, then maybe doing a particular cardio
Hmm.
exercise centered around speed and how quickly they can do something would probably be more of their fit. For someone who's just looking for overall general health, it doesn't really matter, but I would just recommend just some kind of movement, getting your heart rate slightly elevated, nothing too crazy, but just a walk around your neighborhood, just some kind of
Okay,
movement
okay,
is going to be
okay,
better than
okay.
nothing at
All
all.
right.
Yeah.
Fikile, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Can you swim?
Well, yes and no. I'm
Well,
not an
yeah, no,
athlete in swimming, but I can save my life in swimming.
that's better than me. Eh? I can't swim to save my life. And I've heard swimming is also beneficial for your cardio exercise.
Mhm.
So if you take up
Mm-hmm.
swimming, it improves your cardio muscles and all of those. What do you say on that, Tanika?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't swim, but that's actually one thing I do want to
Yeah.
learn to do is I do want to take swimming lessons. Yes, I can swim enough to keep me afloat, but like actual like
Mhm.
real
Mm,
swimming, like
like a
I
fish.
can't do that. But know, yeah, I could doggy paddle a little bit, but that's about it. That is about it. But yes, definitely swimming for sure is a good one. So I mean, cardiovascular exercises can take form in swimming, could be walking, could be jump rope, could be bicycling, um, using the elliptical, walking on the treadmill. So those things that kind of keep like a constant movement throughout, a duration of
All right.
time. Swimming is definitely
So
Before you proceed, now, I just wanted to ask Tanika. You're talking about swimming, just the movement, but what about just getting into the pool and just playing, not really swimming, just to get in, and you jump up and down, or you just sit
try
watching
to find a way
inside the
around it.
water.
But no, I mean that's still movement. You're still burning
Okay.
calories even just playing around in the
Okay.
pool. So like although it's not like a designated cardio activity, that type of movement is still going to help your
Okay.
movement and burn calories. So whether it's just playing around in the
Okay.
pool, even like washing clothes, cleaning the house, all that type of movement does add
mm,
up.
mm.
Okay. Okay.
Right. If you just joined us, we want to welcome those that have connected on Telegram, and we also have Twitter. Those
Mhm.
who connected on Twitter, and our Riverside FM as well. Welcome to our show. To catch you up, we're talking about healthy body, healthy mind. We're talking about exercising, the benefits of exercising on a regular. And on our show, we do have a guest that's speaking about exercising, telling us the benefits of it. Now, one of the things that Tinika, you spoke about regarding benefits of exercising, you spoke about improving your mood, And
Mhm.
in fact, you touching on mental health issues now. Um,
Mhm.
how does now exercise help with the mental health of someone?
So I'm going to speak for me, but it applies, I would say, to most people. So I personally feel like when I work out, when I have my own gym session, it kind of serves as my therapy. Although, like therapy is different, but that's also my like
Mm,
therapy. So if I am having a rough day, or if there's a lot on my mind, or if I have a lot on my plate, like with me, yes, I'm running this business, but I'll also have 10,000 other things I
Mhm.
have to do. But like when I work out, when I exercise, that's like my one time throughout the day that I can have to myself where I don't have to worry about X, Y, and Z that's going on. I don't have to answer emails, return calls. So I feel like taking a little escape to work out and designate to my health is kind of like my
Mhm.
therapy. Um, I always feel better after workout, even the days I don't feel like going at all. Because I have them where I really don't feel like
mm,
going. But those tend to be the better workouts just because, again, I usually don't feel like going because I have 10,000 other things to do. But I make sure that I go because, again, that's my time designated for me. So that's kind of also getting into the self care. So whether we self care looks like going to the gym, self care looks like taking time out
Mhm.
to read a book, or self care is actually going to see a therapist. Like all of that kind of works in
Okay.
conjunction, if
Okay.
that
it
makes sense.
does. It
Yeah,
does.
it does. It does.
I was reading somewhere. We living in the age of AI. In artificial intelligence, and it's so amazing how a lot of questions can be asked, and instantly you get answers. I wish, you could ask a question about health to say, I have pains here. How do I fix it? And then it gives you an answer, and the pain is gone. But otherwise, we we have to rely on people like you, Tanika, and we have our social worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, our visiting social worker that has joined the show, Sis Khemi, is also on connected there.
Mhm.
You welcome, Sis Khemi. But now,
Hello.
we have different types of activities that we can do to exercise. You
Mhm.
know, we have aerobic exercise, strength training, flexibility exercises. Which one do you prefer, Tanika?
Mm, I like weight training. That's always my go to. Weight training, strength training. So that's where you're using dumbbells, you're using machines, lifting
Yeah.
like the weights. That's always my number one. Um, I do cardio mainly for heart health. Um, so like going on walks. I like to ride my bike when the weather is
Mhm.
Mm,
nice. So like the weather should be breaking here in Maryland soon. So I'll be outside on my bike. I'll skate. Like I have my outdoor roller skates. I'll go skating around the park. That is cardio. Um, so yeah, weight training number one, cardio, like I said, for heart health, but also flexibility. So, like yoga and
mm,
stretching, that is a must that people do
mm,
not do,
mm.
but it is just
Mhm.
as important.
What
You know,
about
it's a good
Pilates?
thing that you introduced weight training and you said it's because you like it. Now, let's please tell us, since you're the expert here, if I am willing to lose a little bit of weight and I do weight training, will it work?
So, with your weight training or any kind of exercise, you have to make sure it accompanies the proper diet. So it's all going to go down
The
to your
diet.
diet
Okay.
and what
Okay.
you eat. And it's going to vary from person to person. So it's going to depend on your starting body weight, your starting body composition, your goals. So yes, all gonna vary by person, but making sure that your nutrition and what you're eating reflects the goals that you're trying to
achieve.
achieve.
Okay. I'm
So
asking this because I
yes,
was told that you need to do at least 20 minutes cardio before your weights.
that's gonna depend. So if your goal overall is just for health, is just for health, then yes, you can do cardio before the weights. Now, if your goal is like strength training and building muscle, then you want to weight train first and then do cardio afterwards. So it's just going to depend on what your goal is. If it's just general health, then yeah, it doesn't really matter which one you do
All
first.
right. All right.
What is your thought on Pilates?
I haven't tried it, but I do want to. One of my good friends, she does Pilates, and along with that and her diet, she has lost weight with Pilates. She says it's a really hard class,
Really?
which I'm pretty sure it is. It requires a lot of like core strength. And I'm just like, I wonder if I got it. But like I wonder if I got it. But that is something that I do want to try. I was just looking at local classes last week to see if I can find one I can drop in. But I would definitely try that. I would try it.
We're gonna have you back once you do, eh?
Yeah.
you, you need
We
Okay.
to
want
keep us in
feedback.
touch. Awesome. So
Yeah.
so now the impact gym, is that yours? Are you co-owning with somebody or working there?
So Impact Fitness, like the personal training service, is just
Okay.
me. I do all of my in-person training sessions at a local gym in the Glen Burnie area. So it's a gym called Living Fit where I operate all of my in-person
Mm.
sessions out of. But I do train folks online as well. So in person for people who are local to me, and I train online for those who are not.
I was about to
Thanks,
ask that you know
thanks
what
to
this
technology.
yes, you know, the world is improving. We want people like you, but we are in South Africa. So how do you accommodate
Yeah.
us? But now you've answered me. You do virtual training as well.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
Yes. So with that, yeah, I'm actually in the midst of creating another program that I'm going to be rolling out next month as well. So it's going to be mainly things that you can do at home if you do not have access to a gym. A lot of people have been asking for a program that they can do at home because the one, don't have access to a gym, or two, don't have time to physically go to the gym, although they want to
Mm.
exercise. So I am creating an at-home program that they can do to make sure they can still
Well,
Ah,
exercise.
perfect.
can I rope in Sis Khemi there? Sis Khemi, good evening. If you can unmute there.
Good evening, Neo and Pikile and everyone else. Good evening.
Oh,
Evening.
thank you. Sis Khemi, our guest here, Tinika, she spoke about the benefits of exercise, and she touched on mental health. That it also helps with reducing stress and all of that. From your field of expertise as a social worker, have you recommended training, and how do you do that? Eh, I'm just curious on
Yeah.
how
Yes.
you deal with your clients.
Yes.
Very, very interesting question, Neo. The answer from me is definitely not. Uh, but what we do is that, because she's correct, your guest is correct,
Mm,
issues of mental health also can be managed through exercise. Whatever form of exercise, usually we advise people or our clients that look for whatever can help you. If you are a walking person, you just walk and then you go out, clear your air. There could be something going around in your life that is challenging you, that is causing you a mental health problem. So exercise, we always recommend exercise is one of those things. Take a walk, or climb the stairs, whatever that suits you. If you want to go to the gym, that is also even a plus. So definitely exercise is one of the therapies, because it takes your mind off the problem. It releases that energy that you need so that you can be
And
able to deal with that particular problem you're faced with. So
Mhm.
I would say it's definitely one of the things we advise people to do. But it all depends on a person, their level of energy, their ages. But absolutely, definitely, exercise is one of the most important things.
Mhm.
so it doesn't.
I also want to ask your guest a question,
Yes,
but
please.
for my only personal use and personal knowledge.
Shoot.
Can I?
Yes, you can.
Of
On a
course.
yes, on a personal level, I'm having a heart related condition. So and a lot of times I walk. I prefer to walk, because sometimes when I try to do heavy stuff, my heart gets very strained and then I complicate it. So I want to know from your guest what will be, because I joined a bit late, so I think I missed some of the things she mentioned, because she also talked about cardio related exercise. So what will be the recommendation on the type of exercises that I can do or consider in relation to my condition?
Okay, can you repeat what the condition was or what the
I've
issue
got
was?
a heart related problem.
Oh, okay. Um, so yeah, I would do any do like low impact or low intensity type of activity. So yes, walking is definitely good. Um, if you have a bike, that's definitely good. Any kind of movement or activity, or if there's something that you like to do, like or um, playing, I won't say playing a sport, but any kind of movement that you can do would be great. Now, as far as like any resistance or weight training, so you don't always have to think of weight training as like using dumbbells or barbells or anything heavy. You can also use like resistant bands. So those are like the things that are like
Mhm.
the oversized rubber bands. You can get something that's light to medium and you can just do some light exercising with that. So it's nothing that's going to be too strenuous, but it still allows some resistant type of training that's going to help like maintain like the muscle that you have as well, which is going to be important. So I would say light band work and then just any kind of cardiovascular exercises, walking, bicycle. I don't know if you swim, but playing in the
Yes,
pool
please.
if you want to
Not
do
swimming, but playing in the pool. Yes.
Up and down.
yes,
Stop.
yes, any kind of like lighter aerobics classes or water
Mm.
aerobics. So any low impact um, exercises, I would say, until you build up that tolerance and that strengthen your cardiovascular
Okay.
system.
Awesome. We also have a
Thank
nurse.
you.
Thank you, Sister Amy, for that.
You're welcome.
We also have a nurse connected. Well, she's a nurse slash lawyer, and
Okay.
yeah, Sister Tandy, you can unmute yourself, please. What are the benefits from the field when you are practicing as a nurse? That you'd advise your patients in regards to maybe the conditions Sister Amy has of cardio.
Wait,
No,
is
no,
that a
no.
No,
question
no,
She's
for
that's
me?
going
the
to
question for
another
the
one. Sorry,
Oh,
Tineka.
yeah. Sorry, Tineka. We just help her to unmute there. You can unmute yourself,
okay.
Sister Andy. Okay, I think she's still struggling to find the unmute
To
button.
unmute.
Oh, there she is.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud
Yes.
and clear. We can even see you.
Okay, what
Oh
I
well, I
want
can
to,
see you.
I don't want you to see me because
That's okay. That's okay. We'll listen to
so
your
tell
voice.
me, yes, can I get your question again, please?
We were saying, Sis Remy asked the question on what is recommended for a condition like hers, a cardio condition, in terms of exercising. And our guest Tinika explained that she could do low level ones, not too strenuous. Walking is one of the things that she recommends. Um, so I want to hear from your field of expertise as a nurse. Um, what do you recommend? What would you recommend for Sischemi for exercising?
Yeah, no, fine. Thank you very much. Hi, Remy. Hi, Jennifer, and everyone. You
Hi, Sis
know,
Candy.
before
Hello.
I even answer, before I even answer that question, this morning I just went. I wasn't feeling okay for about 2 weeks, so I thought, let me just
Oh,
go and check my blood pressure. You know, at this age, anything is possible,
yeah.
Possible.
and I'll explain why. And then when I get there, I was like, the young nurses were saying, "Wow, it was 126 over 56."
Hmm.
Over
Wow.
56, which is, I mean, the diastolic pressure, the 56, which is called the diastolic pressure, is
Mhm.
is good for a person who's
Your
of my
age.
age. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, I cannot hide it. I'm more than 60 years
Oh
now,
well.
and
Wow.
so it's 126 over 56, and the pulse was 60.
Okay.
And now these young girls are asking, how, Mama, how do you do it? I said, it's because I walk every day. I used to run. I used to run half marathon then, but
Wow.
time doesn't permit me now. I walk. Sometimes
Mhm.
I'll walk to
Hmm.
town, which is like 7 kilometers.
Hmm.
I'll just walk.
Mhm.
Um, I drive when it's necessary. So it saves cents, pounds, and then
Dollars.
Dollars.
it,
Yes.
it saves money. You don't have money today, and as you walk, you see, like the two guests were mentioning. The guest was mentioning. You just see trees, God's creation, people. You laugh. Your mind is taken away from your responsibilities of the day, and it's therapeutic just to walk. Yes, I walk briskly
Hmm.
sometimes because it's important to walk brisk because I don't have now those other exercises I used to do.
Okay.
So, exercise, walking, it's very important, very therapeutic, physically and emotionally. We all have challenges
Yeah.
today. So I find that walking is very important for health benefits. I mean, as we know, the definition of health is not only on the physical side of a person, it's
Mhm.
emotional and
And
psychological
mental.
and
Mhm.
etc. So
Mhm.
walking is very important. Exercising, it's good if you have time and money to do that. But in my circumstances,
Hmm.
I have challenges time because I'm in 2, 3 provinces. So to pay for a gym sometimes doesn't help
It's
me. But
useless.
walking, you can walk anyway.
Anyway.
So
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
like Femi is
Mm.
mentioning, if you've got that heart challenge, walking, it's good
Mhm.
because you
Mm.
are going to do any strenuous exercise, but you just walk, not slow
Mhm.
walking, and not that fast. Okay, I walk, run. I walk,
Mm.
I walk, just walking so that you can feel. Sometimes you sweat, then you say, "Yes, I've done
Yes.
it all in exercising." So that's the contribution I can make. I
Mm.
was so happy today. I'll WhatsApp it to you, Nero. 126 over 56. I start wow, and then I said to them, just check my glucose, please. And they checked my glucose, it was 4,8. So I don't have any chronic illness at the moment.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's good to hear.
Fantastic.
I think Austrandi, you nail it on the head because walking really helps. It's a simple exercise if you don't want to do something very heavy.
Mhm.
Because I
Mhm.
also hear that if you are a very active person physically, even your heart regulation, your heart rate, the way your heart pumps, it gets better with exercise. So even our doctors actually recommend that we must exercise. But I just needed to know which one will be best. So if you say walking is still the best, I think I'm on the right track,
Continue.
and I'm going to continue with walking.
Okay, I'll
Yes.
join you there.
And the other thing was new sneakers and new attire. You can just wear anything.
You know, I just wanted to say this. I think I started walking. I think I walk 3 times in a week, if not four, and I walk
Mm.
for about 7, 8. I haven't reached the 10 kilometers as yet, but I'm walking for about 5 to 7 kilometers at least 3 times a day. I haven't seen the difference, but I think it's better. I think the reason I stopped, it was COVID. So I had COVID a number of times, and my respiratory function got
Yeah.
disrupted. And walking a short distance, even if I'm not brisk walking, just walking, uh I feel like getting to the top. You know, my house, Ausgeme and Newo. So going up to the gates was just a hassle. I will get to
Oh,
the gate
wow.
and go back home, even if I was planning to go for a run. So I actually decided to stop. But now I feel much a little bit better. It's improving. Although I still feel the pains, but at least it's getting there. So I actually echoing what you guys are saying about walking, even though it's not really fun, but I don't see the weight difference.
So let's get back to you, Tanika.
Yes.
Uh, they mentioned something very interesting that it almost skipped my mind. You know, we just coming out from COVID. You know, the pandemic. How did it how did
Mm-hmm.
it impact your business?
Whew. Okay. Well, um, so yeah, so that happened. And of course we had to leave the gym because the gyms were shut
Mm,
down, but I still had a handful of clients who they still wanted to train. They still wanted to work out. So I'm just like, okay, well, I gotta figure out
mm,
something to keep things going. So first we went on doing like Zoom sessions. So we would hop on Zoom, a virtual thing, and I would like train them
mm,
that way until I could figure out what to do. So we went to a local high school. They have like an outdoor track area where they do all their sports and stuff. So we went there and we were just working out, doing things outside until they ended up locking the gate. So they locked us out. So I'm just like, okay. So we went back to Zoom until I could figure out something else to do. And then we found a local park. The park was open no matter what. So we ended up going to a park. We found this big basketball court and we worked out on the court. So I bought like a whole bunch of equipment, like medicine balls. I had bands. I had a few dumbbells. So I started buying like different equipment that we can use outside. So remember, this is like summer, and this is like June. It's hot. We're working out at like 6 or 7 in the morning
yeah.
outside, but they still wanted to train. Like they didn't want to like
Stop.
I don't
Yeah.
want to say yeah, they didn't. They didn't want to stop. And I'm like, okay, well, if they're willing to come in and work out, then I'll figure out something, to make it work. So that's what we did until the gyms opened back up. Once it did, we waited like 2 or 3 weeks until we went back. But we literally had to go from virtual to going to the high school, back to virtual, and back to working out at the park. So we still made it work. We still made it
That's
work, which I'm
One
grateful
thing I'm
for.
picking
I'm very
up
grateful
in
for
this
that.
in what you're saying is that you are a business-minded person who didn't want to stop, even though most people, even if you are business minded, COVID came and interrupted your way of doing things. So I see that you were
Mhm.
adaptable. You allowed the situation to play out and wanted to do something. You wanted to continue in business, not stop just because it's
Yeah,
COVID. Which is great, and that's what
right.
I'm learning from you today. Um, and one
Yeah.
thing I wanted to find out, since you say you were doing it in summer, very hot. Now, morning or evening exercise, which one works better?
Just
In
in
general.
general, um, whatever your schedule allows, that's the one that's going to work. Whatever one that you can stick to is what's going to work. Because I train all my in-person clients in the morning, but I've had some clients, who want to train with me and they're just like, oh, well, I'm not a morning person, have X, Y, and Z in the morning. I'm more free in the evenings. Or like I'll talk to people and they'll say that. Well, then work out when it's best for you. Like if you
Mm.
know you do not like the mornings, your energy is low in the morning or whatever the case is, like don't work out in the morning, because that's going to be even more reason for you not
Continue.
to do it
Mhm.
in the morning. Like you just have to be realistic with who you are, how you operate, and what your schedule actually
Okay.
Yeah.
looks like. So I would say that. So for me, I know like if I don't work out personally by like 12 or 1 o'clock, anything after that, it's not happening. So I have to do my own workouts in the morning. Whereas some people, they have more energy and they're able to do those things later in the day. So it just depends on where your energy levels are
Okay.
during the
Yeah,
day.
I prefer to walk in the evenings because after you walk, you come home, you take a shower. When you
Sleep.
sleep, you sleep like a baby. Oh,
Babies don't
My
sleep,
God.
no. Babies don't sleep.
no, no, you sleep like a big baby.
Funny. You can't say sleep like a baby because sometimes baby don't be sleeping throughout
Oh,
the night.
yeah.
So there's
Whoever came up with
I
this
wish that's
expression
what
must
you
go back to
mean,
school.
no.
now I gotta rethink that. So when I gotta rethink that, so I don't think I can say sleep like a baby. Maybe sleep like a bear.
I don't know.
I don't
If
know.
they don't wake up, then that's
In
fine. But at
hibernation.
least we get it that you sleep all through the night,
Yeah.
because if
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
tired or you stressed
May
out,
I may
sometimes
I
you
have a
can't.
question, please?
Yes, please,
Yes.
Sister Lee.
May I ask a teeny girl? Sometimes I see people running lunchtime, like 12:01, even if
Midday.
it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's very hot.
Yeah.
You know, is there some effect, negative or positive, in that? Running when it's hot, but and they run and they
Oh,
do it regularly. So is there some ill health which can be caused by that, or is it's okay?
Before you answer that question,
I
Tinika,
yeah.
to add on it, I've seen a black refuse bag.
yep.
They even
They wear
Yeah.
they
that
even
so that
wear the
they
black
sweat.
refuse bag. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes.
And
yeah,
there's actually,
yes.
I don't know what, it's not even a windbreaker. There's something that they wear underneath so that they sweat a lot if they don't have that black. If I think it's
Yeah.
now modernized to say, okay, don't put on
Mm.
the black refuse bag. There's something that you can wear. So it's more like a windbreaker, but it's not the windbreaker. It makes you sweat as you
Yeah.
are running in the heat.
Yeah. Oh, well, first I'm gonna say to each their own, but I I don't think that accessory is necessary. So like running in the heat.
You dehydrate quicker.
Oh,
Dehydration, that's what comes
yeah.
into my mind.
Like you have to be super hydrated in order to do that, because if you're in the slightest bit of dehydration, like that's that's
Gotta
not
hit
good.
stroke.
I mean, if that person can handle that in the heat, I mean, it's okay. I think a lot of people think the hotter that I am, the more calories I'm going to burn, the more sweat that I sweat, the more I'm going to lose, which is not necessarily the case. Your sweat is just you dropping water weight, but you're supposed to be drinking water throughout the day anyway. So maybe that's what fits their schedule, like a midday, whatever. But just hopefully they stay hydrated. But I don't think the whole sweat thing is necessary to wear, especially if you're already in the heat. Like I would say one or the other.
Okay.
one or the other.
All right.
Yeah.
Sister Andy,
Thank you very much.
is your question answered? Are you going to join them
Yes.
now?
I won't join them because by lunchtime my energy is finished.
Yeah.
Done.
So
Yeah.
with
It's
me,
the end of the day.
it's, with me, it's better in the morning or round about this time. You see,
Okay.
it depends where you are. I'm in Cape Town. It's still sunny now
Yeah.
Yes, you
at
can
the
still
moment.
go for
So
your jog
this
or your
when
walk. Yes.
you can still
Yeah.
walk. And yeah, I prefer early in the morning or when everything I plan for the day is done.
Yeah.
So during the day, I'm not quite so. I'm scared. I always have this thing. What if I fall and
You
faint
faint.
and
Faint.
become
Yeah.
an
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think of all the negative things. I haven't seen them happening, but it's just the thinking. Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
just
Of
cautious.
course.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just cautious because those things they wear. I think they are called hot sweaters fit. Those black things like
There
raincoats you're
you
talking
go.
about.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for this discussion. It's very insightful. I mean, I feel like after the show, I need to take a walk. I haven't done my walking in a long time. But I'm
Yeah.
motivated to do it now. I don't know if it's safe. It was raining like 2 hours ago, so hopefully it's cleared up. We'll see. So,
You can walk in the rain. No, it's okay. That's not an excuse. Get an umbrella
Oh, listen
and walk if you don't have a raincoat. I mean, do something. Then, yeah.
are you saying that I'll be hydrated by the rain while I'm walking?
Yeah,
how it works.
Actually, no, you must walk in the rain so that the rain falls on you and cleanses you as well. It's
Allah, Allah.
good.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Rain
come back
wash
and
me
waste
and
water.
pour it
No,
on me. I love it.
Johannesburg doesn't have water. So you can just go for a walk. It will shower you. By the time you come back, you just go straight to bed. You'll
You're
be
done.
fine.
You're done. All right. So, the closing remarks. Let's start with you, Sis Khemi. Any closing remarks that you would like to share with us, with the viewers? And then we will just go down until we get to you, Tinika.
Okay, I just believe that when it comes to health and the welfare of people, it's always a comprehensive approach. Comprehensive approach where you look, we always talk about the mind, body, and soul. So you have to take care of your mind, you have to take care of your soul, you have to take care of your body. And I think when it comes to the body part, that's where your guest comes in terms of what is it that you need to feed your body with. It's all those things: exercise, good diet, a good mental health that also comes with all of those. And your mind, when you exercise, you find that you've got clarity of thought. Your thought processes are always very clear. You are able to, think things through properly and make the right decisions in your life. And of course, your soul, which is your spirituality. So all those three things get connected. So I would love to say, when we deal with issues of health and welfare, it's a comprehensive approach. You always have to apply a comprehensive approach instead of saying, you only focus on medication, you only focus on social therapy, but that it's all of them. It's medication, it's social therapy, and it's also your body, which is your physical exercise. So for me, that will be my closing comments.
Wow. I don't
Thanks,
know.
Neil.
I don't know we'll ever top that up.
I mean, I think that's the
Yeah.
best we can get.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Andy, and you?
I am tongue tied. She just summarized.
She did, eh?
And he just said everything, so I will spoil.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sami. Yeah,
Ty.
you sum it
Yeah.
up for me. I don't know for others. Yeah, thanks. Thanks very much.
No, it's a pleasure.
Mm.
And Ty? I think I called you with
Me?
so many names today. Ty, Tinika, Tynika.
Tineka, you know what? You even forgot your name, Tineka.
I'm like, I don't know if there's somebody else on the call that has a similar name to me. I'm not sure if you were calling me or
No,
no.
we're calling you. I'll call you on you.
Okay. I would say, overall, just make sure, like, no matter what you decide to do for exercise, whether it's resistance training, whether it's walking, to just get started. This is a way for you to prioritize yourself, prioritize your health. Like, we as people, and the women that I work with, so I work with specifically women, we are busy taking care of the house, working, taking care of kids, spouses, whatever the case is, that we pour into everything else and everyone else, that we usually don't leave much for ourselves. So with the fitness and focusing on your mind, body, and soul, like, that's a way to pour into yourself so that you can show up as your best self for yourself and for others. So whether you're walking, like I said, weight training, something, designate some time throughout the week to take care of yourself and your health.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very
Wow.
much.
Those are great highlights. Figile.
You know what? I don't want to spoil what Tineka has said and what Aushemi has said. However, one thing that is my takeaway today is that it doesn't matter how long or how fast or how slow I'm doing it. What's really important is for me to start. So I don't have to come up with any excuse. It doesn't matter whether I've got time during the day or in the morning or in the evening. Just as long as I start, I need to be consistent in that. Then I will get to where I want to go.
Yes. Right. For me, when developing an exercise routine, it's very important that you find activities that you enjoy doing. And this can make exercise more enjoyable and easier to stick over for a long term. So, incorporating exercise into your daily routine can be a challenge, but there may be different ways and easier ways of doing, like walking.
Yes, yes,
How's that?
yes, yes. Like playing in
Find
the
an,
pool as
find,
compared to
find,
swimming, you know?
and find
When
an
you're
exercise
cool, that's her
buddy
thing. Cool.
when you swim, because some of us who can swim, when we drown, we need somebody to save us.
Don't swim, just play in the pool, no,
I'm gonna
play.
I'm gonna take
Just
my
walk up and down the pool, don't swim.
There you go. Stay on the shallow end.
Exactly.
Also,
After all this hearing and the points, can I just say 4 words?
yes,
4.
please.
Yes.
So I'm summarizing everything I've heard today. So move for your health.
That
Move
deserves an
for
applause.
your health.
Wow. Yes, we're going to do it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. Thanks everyone who connected on Telegram, who connected on Riverside, and also connected on Twitter. Did we have audience on TikTok? as
We
well.
had audience on TikTok as well. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're looking forward to hearing from you. If you still have comments to share when we upload our video on Spotify, Google podcast, you name them. Also on YouTube, you can send your comments there, and then we'll be able to catch up with you. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Tanika, for taking time off from way very far from us and to join us here in South
Yes.
Africa. Are you planning to come to South Africa at one point of your life?
I would love to. Like, Africa in general is a place that I definitely want to go. One of my good friends is planning a trip to Ghana, and she asked me to go. So that's kind of like my first thing. But yeah, I definitely want to make it to South
Please
Africa.
come
You,
visit
you
us.
you you better, you better. South Africa is like,
You're already
yeah,
here, so please come in person.
awesome. All right.
That is on the
Thank you
list.
so much, guys, and enjoy your evening and enjoy your day, Tanika,
Mhm.
as you go about
Thank you
your
so
way.
much.
So
Thank
this
you.
is Neo Morapedi signing out.
Which one is good? So last